Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at CoreWeave. It is time for another update as we broke our most recent support zone, but before we get to that, here on the large time frame we are tracking this 1-2 setup. Now I say the large time frame, but really this isn't very large, so it is still considerably fragile of a structure, but nonetheless it is a 1-2 setup. It is exactly what we always seek, and why not follow it? I do have good faith in the potential that we have here, although since the previous video we had three scenarios. We are only really focusing on these two for now, so the white and the orange interpretation, but since that video we had a support zone that we were looking to hold here for a wave B and continue a third wave to the upside in the C wave. Now, as I said, even then, it is a diagonal pattern. It is not the most reliable. Honestly, I would have preferred to reverse from this area directly and continue here to the downside in a fifth wave. Now, this C wave is sufficiently complete. I am not looking necessarily for more lows in this area, but the structure really suggests that this cannot be an ABC that is developing here in the third wave. The only thing we can still track for continuation in the white scenario to the upside is the idea that instead we had a wave 1 here, so this would have been an ABC in this case, and then this could work out as a wave 2, but really only as long as we hold this updated support zone that is between $97 down to the $89 level, and we are already very deep within it, so I am a bit skeptical. As I said, as I always say, as long as we hold the support zone, we still have the high probabilities that we are tracking, and not only that, we are at the bottom of the support zone, so the risk reward ratio is generally much better. So if you are interested in that, go ahead, but keep in mind, again, I am mentioning this again, it is a diagonal structure. It is not the most reliable thing we can follow. I wouldn't have had the same confidence on this chart either if we had formed here a diagonal structure, or if not a diagonal structure, if we had an ABC that formed as a wave 1, I wouldn't have had the same confidence to look for support in a wave 2, and yeah, it's exactly what it is here, only even worse because it is on a very small time frame, so it makes it even more fragile. Now here I am a bit disappointed. We reached the first level of resistance here in the orange resistance area at the $105 level, and already we could be forming another low. Now technically this could still work out even if we push beyond the beginning of this supposed wave 1 to the upside, but that would formally invalidate the idea that we are tracking a motive wave to the upside. Instead, we would really only be looking at an ABC where we are retracing a bit higher in the wave 2, so it would work out in the idea that we would get deeper in this wave 2 in orange, but there is also still the risk that we push directly lower, and I am not necessarily looking for a very strong third wave to the downside. The RSI rather suggests that yeah, if we look at it, we are already heading, we are in the bearish area, but on some time frames, we are heading quite close to the oversold area, and in the end, it may not even be a third wave that is developing here to the downside. It could be just an ABC pattern in a slightly different correction, and in that case, considering that we topped here in this wave 2 in orange, I would be looking for an ideal target for a wave C at the 100% extension normally, but considering how weak the correction was, it could suggest that we may not get a very strong third wave or C wave to the downside. Now depending, I'm actually still waiting to see, because it doesn't always work out in our favor in that case, so I am still focusing on the overall larger time frame where I am tracking here a wave 2. So I'm not trading based on the idea that the RSI is already towards the oversold area. On some time frames it is still in the bearish range. It can push a lot lower and not stop for a long time and get to very, very deep and low levels and still push down. So don't trade the count or the RSI in this case. Focus on the levels. And so far to the downside we have formed possibly, let's say we have here, yeah, I would say we could have had a 1-2, maybe another 1-2 here, a third wave down, a fourth wave up, and then a fifth wave possibly down. It could really be just a single 5-wave move to the downside. So I will mostly focus on the resistance area for a wave 2 at the levels between $95.3 up to the $101.8. Now again, we are still within the support zone in this small time frame. We are within the large time frame support zone, and we could realistically go both ways here, but we have a roadmap that we can track. And yeah, if you're interested in something short term, this is the bottom of the support zone, and the bottom of the invalidation is really not far away. So there is pretty good risk reward ratio if you are interested in that. But for now, those are your choices to make. And for me, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover. And I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.